Before Russell Brand landed in Hollywood and became a household name for his comedy and for his acting, he was a lonely kid growing up in London who suffered from bulimia. He was also sexually abused as a child. He suffered through a drug and alcohol addiction. He was fired from MTV, and he would spend his time hanging out with the homeless in downtown London. I'm Michael McCrudden, and this is where we profile the life of celebrities leading up to fame. This one here, this is Russell Brand. Russell Brand was born on June 4th, 1978 in Grays, Essex, England. He is the only child. His parents divorced when he was 6 months old and his mother raised him. Russell describes his childhood as being isolated and lonely. He bonded with animals over peers his own age. At the age of 7, he was sexually abused by a tutor, and at the age of 8, his mother contracted cancer. While Russell's mother underwent treatment, he moved in to live with some relatives. At this time, he developed bulimia at the age of 14. At 16, he moved out on his own and was already experimenting with drugs such as cannabis, LSD, and ecstasy. Throughout Russell's childhood, he had a weird relationship with his father, only seeing him sporadically, but on one occasion, they took off to the Far East, and him and the father had an encounter with Asian prostitutes. Russell found his passion for acting at the age of 15 when he landed the role of Fat Sam in a local production of Bugsy Malone. From there, he knew acting was in his blood, he wanted to be center stage, and he wanted to be an entertainer. From 1993 to 2000, Russell Brand was your average starving actor in London. He was writing his own plays, he was appearing in theater productions, he was also getting small roles in television, but he really found his passion when he started doing stand-up. At this time in his life, he would pay the bills through odd jobs, like teaching English to foreigners. He was also heavily involved in alcohol and drug abuse and had an addiction to heroin at this time. MTV executives spotted Russell Brand performing stand-up comedy in Edinburgh, and from there he got a role as the host on MTV of Dance Floor Charts. He would attend nightclubs and raves in Britain and Ibiza and speak with the locals in attendance and also count down the charts. Russell also hosted the request show Select. However, he was fired from MTV when he dressed up as Osama bin Laden the day after the September 11th bombings, and he interviewed Kylie Minogue while also having his drug dealer in attendance. At this time in his career, Russell Brand was a household name throughout Europe, but his dependency and his addiction on drug and alcohol was holding him back. In 2003, he entered into a rehab facility and has remained sober to this day. In 2004, Russell Brand became the host of the Big Brother After Show out in the UK for seasons 5, 6, and 7. At this time, he was also working on his stand-up routine, building up quite the reputation, also a radio host, and continued to work as an actor in television and movies. Russell Brand achieved American and worldwide fame in 2008, and his performance as Aldous Snow in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, critics raved about it. Everybody loved this character. It was originally supposed to be a writer, but after Russell auditioned, they changed it to a rock star. Since then, we've all known Russell, we all love his work, and we continue to see what crazy antics he has for us in the future. I'm Michael McCrudden, and thank you for watching Before There